pray you understand, yeah. I pray you understand. I pray you understand, yeah. I pray you understand. I pray you understand, yeah. I pray you understand. I pray you understand, yeah. I pray you understand. I pray you understand, yeah. I pray you understand. I pray you understand, yeah. I pray you understand. I pray you understand the message that I speak, because the truth I always seek. I'm called to be a humble monster meek. I bring wisdom to your tooth inside of your cheek. I'm looking to study the heart because it's like an instrumental beat. I'm looking to help my people climb the peak. I don't wanna be selfish, I made it alone in my pride and to repeat the process of these circles going on in the streets. Many of us had it made, many of us grew on rice and beans. Some of us grew up in a trailer on wheels, and others in a house with a chimney. But they gotta watch your back and get us, cause the spirits can be or run up in your house for the bankroll. It's a push up and a stick, a gimme. You let your house in sadness, only right your hat was pleading. And then you wanna riot over RIP, but it's never gonna be peace in the streets or the Middle East. But I do guarantee you will find peace in Messiah and not in his pagan holidays, because the origin in the ways, there's a devil hiding every parade. So come out of Babylon, you perish in your harlot ways, cause most attritions of men will lead you to sin. How does it feel to have generational curses repeat history again? I want to invite you to a Bible study, John 14:6. He the way, he the truth, he the life. I thank my Lord, the King of Kings. You bring me peace, you stepped up, I stepped down. They push your hands and you push your feet. I pray you understand, yeah. I pray you understand. I pray you understand, yeah. I pray you understand. I pray you understand, yeah. I pray you understand. I pray you understand, yeah. I pray you understand. I pray you understand, yeah. I pray you understand. I pray you understand, yeah. I pray you understand. I pray you understand, yeah. I pray you understand. I pray you understand, yeah. I pray you understand. Most rappers claim they've been in hell and back, but reality layman's for you what the real facts. One, you ain't the man and never will be. My savior died up on a tree, so go ahead and reject him. Our lives will see, our knees will bow. Think of best that Christ is Lord. Oh, this is your mic, no more, it's mine. Matthew 25, Mary supper of the Lamb, wine and dine. You can kill my body, but I guarantee my spirit still shine. 2, oh why abuse, misuse your probation? I'm sorry man, eat shit, whatever you are, there's no reincarnation for you. So 3, you claim to love God in your songs, but don't act like it, cause I can see it through your body like Superman. Jeremiah 17:9, that's a cold heart. Separate this portion, throw it to the dogs. At least they're loyal and they know who they are for. Disrespect my God, that's mercy to you. If we speak on his son's name, shame on you. Disrespect his wife and game for you. I try to get these lyrics to you, but you a hating fool. Psalms 14:1, I'm a fly dude. No, remember Top Gun 5. Here on earth is like 3 strikes, and then you're out. You don't wanna die in your sin and find out. Cause I got 70 mercies in the book, so rewind. So remind me why I'm here, I'm a spiritual MC, and I listen to your wax songs when you can fill water with a wicker basket. I murdered this big closed casket, no questions asked. Then an hour later, and many mockers laugh now and cry later. I heard you wanna race the top, music industry, sad news. You overdosed mentally, cause you did. Chasing presidents, dollar signs, all you see. But the place you only be is dead or in the state penitentiary. I don't think you understand the secret combinations of old.
Tuesday, music.
All right, family. What's up? What's up? How y'all doing today? It's your brother Micaiah, Two Stick Music Bible Studies. Welcome. I invite you to come on to this Bible study we're about to have tonight. I hope everybody had a blessed day. We're gonna go over a very, very interesting topic. All right. This is gonna be a good topic because not only is it edifying for one to come to Christ and acknowledge what they're doing is wrong, all right, but it's also going to acknowledge why we're in this situation we're in today. You hear me? Like why is there so much going on? Why are so many Mexicans getting deported? Why are so-called blacks having to keep dealing with a police officer with their foot on a brother's neck? You understand me? These types of curses are landing on our people because our people are not listening. You understand me? They're not listening and they're not cooperating when the Most High tells us to repent. You hear me? So there's so much going on right now. You understand me? There's so much going on right now, but nobody's taking heed to the warnings. You hear me? You got volcanoes popping off left and right. You hear me? You got earthquakes popping off left and right. You got all kinds of crazy storms going on left and right. You have a wildfire going on over there in Canada, and the news ain't really reporting on none of it. You understand me? You have this so-called anti-Semitism terror attack that just happened over there in Boulder, Colorado, and that's all they've been talking about these last couple of days. You hear me? But they're feeding you like propaganda that's going to help you keep you subject to fear, to bondage. Just as the book of Hebrews chapter 2, and I think it's 14 says. You hear me? So I want our people to understand that the sinner's house is cursed. You hear me? The sinner's house is cursed. Okay? That's a very, very strong and in-depth title that we just got, right? So I was basically, I had no idea what topic I was going to go on because I was looking for this certain topic I was trying to go, and I was trying to find my little preset booklet, right? All the notes I took in, I was trying to find it and I could not find it, all right? And then all of a sudden, I just got a word, and I went to the book of Proverbs, chapter 3. You hear me? The book of Proverbs, chapter 3. And we're going to pull that up for you guys. All right? We're going to pull that up for you. The book of Proverbs, chapter 3. This is what we're going to go to. All right? We're going to go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 3. And I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High. All right? Before I continue. So, the book of Proverbs chapter 3, it's a very good read, okay? So we want to go down to the very bottom of it. The book of Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 33. All right. The book of Proverbs 3 and 33. It says, the curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked. You see that? The curse is in the house. It says the curse of the Lord. So, as you can see that, right? Who put these curses on us? The Lord did. All right? The Most High put these curses on us. Okay? Why did he put these curses on us? You're probably saying, Brother Micaiah, oh, why would God do that to us? Nah. God is just. You hear me? God is just. And just because you don't believe doesn't mean that he got to stop doing what he's doing. Right? The book tells you that he creates good and he creates evil. You understand me? He creates good and he creates evil. But he creates certain things so it could be a punishment towards his people, the so-called 12 tribes of Israel, the so-called blacks, Mexicans, and Native American peoples. All right? It says, the curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked. So you're probably saying, like, dang, what causes us to be wicked? Right? What causes us to be wicked? What causes us to be wicked? Right? Well, obviously, it's because we're sinners, correct? The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, but he blessed the habitation of the just. Ooh, look. This is basically you're gonna get the bad news first and then the good news right after it, right? You guys remember that? You get the bad news first. Like most people are like, oh, I'll take the bad news first and then I'll take the good news. So this is what the Most High is doing right here, okay? It says, the curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, but he blessed the habitation of the just. All right? So now we're going to go show you what is this person that's wicked. Okay? A wicked person. Okay? A wicked person. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy 17. All right? The book of Deuteronomy 17 and verse 2. All right? The book of Deuteronomy 17 and 2, and it says, if there be found among you with any of thy gates, which the Lord thy God giveth thee, man or woman, okay, he's being specific now, man or woman, that hath wrought wickedness. What? That hath wrought wickedness in the sight of the Lord thy God, and transgressing his covenant. All right? And transgressing his covenant. You understand me? So these people were wicked. What did they do? They transgressed his covenant. All right? What else did they do? It says right here, it says, and hath gone and served other gods. You're probably like, I don't serve no other gods. I don't serve no other gods. Aren't you chasing money? Aren't you chasing material things? Right? Are you trying to become the next greatest rapper alive like Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar? Are you trying to be like these people? Are you trying to be like Bill Gates or Donald Trump type of dude, have the biggest business out there? Okay? Are you trying to be like one of them guys? Because if you are, you're going out there and serving other guys. Are you celebrating holidays? You hear me? Are you celebrating holidays like Christmas, Easter, Halloween, Juneteenth Day, okay, Cinco de Mayo. Are you celebrating these other days? Huh? Because if you are, you're serving other gods. And it says, and has gone and served other gods and worshiped them, either the sun or the moon, or any of the hosts of heaven, which I have not commanded. Okay? And it says, and it be told thee that thou hast heard of it, and inquired diligently, and behold, it be true, that the thing certain that such abomination is wrought in Israel. Okay? It tells you right here, who did he curse? Israel. Where can I find these curses at? Over here in Deuteronomy 28. Verses, right here, look. The curses for disobedience. This is what happens to us when we become cursed. All right? We don't have it our way. We're at the bottom. Okay? We're subject to payments. This says Baruch chapter 3 verse 8 says, right? We're cursed in the city. We're cursed when we go out the city. Okay? We don't get to spend time with our children because our children are either being taken into foster care or they're being taken and they get child trafficking, right? Human trafficking, all this stuff. Okay, well, what else? It says, the Lord, Deuteronomy 28 and 22, the Lord shall smite thee with a consumption and with a fever and with inflammation and with extreme burning and with the sword and with the blasting and with the mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. You see that? The Most High is not playing. Okay? What else are our people doing? They're going into drugs, alcohol, all right? Prostitution. You understand me? They're going to all these types of sins. Every single one that you can think of. Okay? It's these curses are going to come upon us. Why? As you guys can see the title, right? The sinner's house is cursed. Okay? The sinner's house is cursed. Right? And there's other ones over here. Look. What's this right here? It says, Deuteronomy 28 and 27, the Lord smite thee with the blotch of Egypt, and with the emerods, and with the scalp, and with the itch, whereof thou canst not be healed. Okay? It says, the Lord shall smite thee with the madness, and with blindness, and astonishment of heart. Okay? Look at this one. This one's going to probably make some people mad, right? He said, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. See, this is what's going on. There's so many people out there that are committing adultery with this act right here, okay? Adultery. There's this one dude, co-worker of mine. He's a brother too, right? But I see this with a lot of so-called black dudes, right? So-called black men. That they're just really some horny-ass people. You understand me? They're just going out, always trying to target other men's women. Always. Okay? There's a few of them that they stay loyal, but their eyes are always wandering. Okay? And it's not just them too. Our people too. Native Americans and so are Mexicans. You understand me? But I'm telling you, the more people that I'm around is the so-called Negroes. These are the type of dudes that do this type of act right here, okay? Because they say that, oh, you can have more than one wife. You understand me? But it says right here, thou shalt betroth thy wife, and another man shall lie with her. And thou shalt build a house, okay? Issachar fits this one for sure. Thou shalt build a house. Yes, my people, Mexicans, okay, Mexica, the tribe of Issachar, we always be building houses, okay? And it says, thou shalt not dwell therein, though. See, you know how many times our people built houses, okay?
We made some nice houses. We built apartments, but guess what? We don't get to live in them. Okay? And it says, and thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, but thou shalt not gather the grapes thereof. Why? Because it belongs to the so-called white man and the wine factories and stuff like that, right? The wineries. Well, look at this one now. Okay, I'm pretty sure a lot of our people have been through all this from here too. Deuteronomy 28 and 32. Thy sons and daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fall with longing for them all the day long. So many of our people have been through this. Okay. It takes a tribe and a stable family to raise children nowadays. You understand me? But if like-minded people who keep the law, statutes, and commandments, we can come together, we can help each other out when it comes to this matter. But a lot of people don't want to do that. You understand me? But it says, thy sons and daughters shall be given to another people, and thy eyes shall look, and with felling longing for all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. What? And there shall be no might in thy hand. What is that saying? Police are going to come and take your kid away. Okay? They're going to do all this stuff, right? Or DFS or anybody that's going to step in and come take your child away. You understand me? It sucks, but it's true. You understand me? There's so much that's going on this. You understand me? These curses are real. You understand me? It says, the fruit of thy land, all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. It says, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors. So no matter how hard you work, your hard works is gonna someone's gonna try to steal your idea. You understand me? Someone's gonna try to steal your idea because of all the hard work that you put in, and then someone with cutting edge technology is gonna come in and just take it away from you. You understand me? It says, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed away. You see that? So it says, thou shalt be oppressed and crushed away. All right. Now I'm gonna read you guys something real quick. Okay. I want to read you guys something. I'm gonna go to your Apocrypha real fast. Okay. We're gonna go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 30. And we're going to read verses 21, okay? Ecclesiasticus. Let me give you guys the big screen. Okay? We're going to go into your Apocrypha. You understand me? So Ecclesiasticus chapter 30 and verse 21. This is what we want to read, okay? And it says, give not over thy mind to heaviness, and afflict not thyself in thy own counsel. You see that? What is that saying? It's saying as it is read, give not over thy mind to heaviness. Don't overthink certain things. You understand me? Don't overthink things where you know you can't control it. All right? Let the Most High, let Him handle it for you. Okay? When stress starts to pile upon you, okay, that's where you go into your prayer closet and you give it to the Most High. You hear me? Or you give it to the man of the house. All right? You give it to the man of the house, but this is where a lot of our men need to start standing up. You understand me? A lot of our men need to start standing up so that they can be that living sacrifice for their household. Okay? But again, it says right here, give not over thy mind to heaviness, and afflict not thy own counsel. Afflict not thy own counsel. Okay? Don't go out there and go drink yourself because you didn't get the job. You understand me? Don't go out there and go smoke some crack because your one of your baby daddy, your baby mama cheated on you. You understand me? Don't go out there and go be stupid. You understand me? This is where we need to start having more discernment, more strength in the Most High. Okay? But again, I'm going to keep reading this again to you guys. Okay? It says, give not over thy mind to heaviness, and afflict not thyself in thy own counsel. Okay? It says it as it reads right there. All right? Let me see. There's another one we can go to. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, let's go to the book of Jeremiah 24 and 8. Jeremiah 24 and 8. Jeremiah 24 and verse 8. Okay. Jeremiah 24 and verse 8, and it reads, and it says, and as the evil figs which cannot be eaten, they are so evil. Surely thus said the Lord, so will I give Zedekiah the king of Judah and his princes and the residue of Jerusalem that remaineth in this land, and them that dwell in the land of Egypt. Okay. And it says right in verse 9, and I will deliver them to be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth for their hurt. You see that? This is what happens when we start sinning against the Most High and we sin as a nation. Our sins get reached up to the heavens, just as Babylon's sins are going to be reaching up to heavens too in Revelation 18. Our sins, our forefathers' sins, have reached the heavens, and now we got scatters of people, and we went through all these curses, still going through a little bit of the curses right now. You understand me? But you got to understand, a lot of people, they don't understand this part, okay? When we sin against God, when God is a spirit, right? Our battle, it takes place over there in the spiritual. You hear me? Our battles take place over there in the spiritual first. You understand me? We don't be so committed and focused into our physical captivity as a people or as individuals. Okay, we don't want to keep focusing on our physical captivity the most. Okay, but we need to focus on the spiritual part. This is where you need to start worshiping God so you can understand how the devil attacks you. Okay, the devil attacks you. He knows what is easily besets you. You understand me? The devil knows what besets you, and guess what? He does it in patterns. Okay, the devil will come at you at patterns. He does the same thing over and over to you. You understand me? Just as basically you give a candy to a baby, right? Or you give a certain sucker, okay? You know, it's like basically you give a candy to a baby, but if you want to know more detail about, okay, I gave him a sucker, okay? I gave him a sucker, I gave him a lollipop, okay? He's going to keep giving you the same candy. You understand me? He's going to give you the same temptational sins, okay? The sins that easily come against us, see, it's like he's going to keep giving you the same thing until you finally discern what he's giving you and what it's called. You understand me? So we have to have discernment, and this is where we need to take our matters to the spiritual. Okay, we need to take our fight to the spiritual so we can fight the devil. Okay, we got to fight the devil. You understand me? But a lot of our people, like I said, they're so caught up in the physical curse, right? They're thinking that this condition that we live on today is called hell. But no, hell is an actual place. Christ preached on it many times. Okay? But you got other people out here that are preaching that hell is a condition here on earth. No, you guys got it all wrong. You hear me? These people got it all wrong. I'm here to correct things. I'm here to make sure everybody's back in order with the Most High. You understand me? I'm here to give you the biblical faith of the Most High. Okay? What his doctrine is. Okay? I'm here to destroy these false doctrines and give you the right path that you need to take. Why am I speaking in such such a zeal? If you may ask, right? Because I have biblical faith. I know what it means. Okay? Faith is what pleases God. And seeking him and studying him and getting to know him is a part of your faith as well. Okay? But a lot of Christians, they don't seek God. They don't get knowledge. They don't go into these other books. You understand me? They don't go into the Book of Mormon. They don't go into the Quran. They don't go into these other books, like the Seal Portion. They don't go into these other books. They don't go to the Book of Jasher, the Book of Remembrance. They don't go into the Book of Jubilees, the Book of Enoch. Okay, this is a part of your faith. This is studying. This is knowledge. But since these people don't want to study, they ain't got enough faith to please God. So with that, the faith they lack, right? They lack, and they don't have that faith, as it says over here, okay? In Deuteronomy 32 and verse 19, and it's verse 20 actually, okay? Actually, I'll go 19. It says, Deuteronomy 32 and 19, it says, when the Lord saw it, he abhorred him because of provoking his sons and the daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them. From who? From us. And I will see what their end shall be. What is it going to be? The curses that we're suffering as sinners. You understand me? Because our people want to continue to be sinners and they don't want to come out of it. The Most High is like, okay, I know what their end is going to be. They don't know, but I know. See? The Most High says, I will see what their end shall be, for they are a froward generation and children in whom is no faith. See, a lot of our people have no faith. They have no faith. You hear me? Our people are faithless. They rather put their faith in a doctor than putting their faith in the Most High. You understand me? They rather put their faith into material things like their houses, their cars, their job. You understand me? They rather put their faith in these things that have no meaning instead of putting their faith in the Most High. And this is why they're sick. This is why their household's a mess. You understand me? I know people who their children are always acting up. You understand me? Their children are always acting up and being disrespectful to their mom, being disrespectful to their dad. You understand me? And that they're always in trouble at school or being in trouble and going back and forth into jail, all this stuff. You understand me? I know a lot of people's families are like this. Okay? A lot of our people's families are like this. They have no foundation in their house. And their foundation is not set on God. Okay? See, a matter of fact, okay, we're actually going to bring out the Quran because it's been a while since I went into this book, right? It's been a while since I brought out this book. But we're going to go into this book too, okay? I'm going to show you, okay, that this book will bring swift destruction on you too. You understand me? If you're putting your faith in Allah, you're going to bring swift destruction on your household too. You understand me? Allah won't save you. Muhammad will not save you. Muhammad was not a prophet. Okay? Prophethood only goes through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? Muhammad was not an Israelite. Okay? Muhammad was not an Israelite. And I'm hearing some people out there saying that Muhammad was an Israelite. No, he's not. He's a Hebrew. Okay? Muhammad was a Hebrew. Why? Because he springs from Abraham, but he springs from Ishmael. Okay? He springs from Ishmael. Ishmael didn't get the promises. It was Isaac that got the promises. Okay? So I'm telling you right now, if your foundation is in this book, you're in trouble. You hear me? If your foundation is in this book only, you're in trouble. And this is why your household is acting up. If your foundation is in the Catholic Church, you understand me? Listen to me when I speak in this. You understand me? If your foundation is in Islam, you understand me? If your foundation is in today's Christianity, okay? If your foundation is in Catholicism, if your foundation is in Judaism, you're in trouble. You understand me? You're in trouble. Christianity got a little bit of a leeway. You hear me? I'll give them a little bit of credit. You understand me? Because they're trying. But they need to give more. They need to get guidance. You understand me? They need to get guidance. Yes, there's some good people in all these religions I just mentioned, right? But like I said, if you're putting your faith and your foundational faith in these books, these religions, you're in trouble. You hear me? Let's go to Ecclesiastes. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes 2 and 14. Ecclesiastes 2 and 14. It says, "The wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fool," what? "But the fool walketh in darkness." The fool walketh in darkness. And I myself perceive also that one event happened unto them all. Okay? Yes, I was a part of the wicked too. I was a part of it. Yes, absolutely. Okay? But the Most High called me out of it. Okay? It's a big difference. Okay? But again, it says, "But the fool walketh in darkness." Okay? The fool walketh in darkness. Okay, let's go to Proverbs chapter 4, and I believe it's 19. Okay? Proverbs 4 and 19, and it says, "The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble." Why do they not know which way they stumble? Because they're bouncing back and forth, stepping in. Like it's like walking through a dark house when you have a bunch of booby traps. You got a mouse over here crunching in this corner. He's laughing at you because you're over here stumbling, right? And then you have a couple nails in front of you. You're going to step on them, right? And then you got a broom over here. And then you got a little small step over here. And then you have another a staircase over here. And then you smack your shin into a couch, right? See, this type of scenario, okay? But let's apply this to today's life, okay? What are things that make us stumble? Religion. Religion is one of the biggest stumbling blocks out there. You understand me? Religion is one of the biggest stumbling blocks out there because religion kills more people on earth than a nuclear warhead would ever kill anybody. Religion has sent many people to the chains of darkness already. Okay? Just think of it like this, okay? where do you think the Pope is? The guy that just passed away not too long ago. Where do you think he is? Oh, he's probably in purgatory. I bet you Calate, he's in purgatory. No, he's not. He ain't getting out. I'll tell you that. Okay. Religion is one of the biggest stumbling blocks because why? Because they're still promoting the white Jesus. They're still preaching that the laws are done away, that we ain't got to keep laws. Right? You're still able to eat whatever you want in the today Christian church. You're still able to celebrate holidays. See? And then when it comes to eschatology purposes, right? Christianity is setting dates and making people's faith go down, okay, because of the so-called rapture, okay. And then Catholics, their faith is going down too, because they're saying you have to do how many prayers, how many Hail Marys, and then when these people say so many Hail Marys and it doesn't come to pass, their faith goes down the drain too. See what I'm talking about? And same thing with Islam. Okay? Same thing with Islam and Judaism. Their faith is going down the drain too. Okay? But it says, the way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not what they stumble. Let's go back to Proverbs chapter 3, verse 33 again. The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, but he blessed the habitation of the just. You see that? So now, let's go look at some, let me see, destructive heresies, even denying the sovereign Lord who bought them. Okay? Do I want to go on that one or not? Let's see. Yeah, we'll check it out. We'll go over this book, okay? We're going to go over your Quran today. We're going to go over your Quran, okay? If you guys got one of these books, go get one, okay? Go get one of these books and start tatting it up like I am, okay? Let's go to, if I have that page, let me see if I have it or not. Because sometimes this one might be a little bit smaller. Yeah, this one's a little smaller. I think I got 112. Maybe. Let me see. Hold on. 112 and 3. Okay, yeah, this is actually you got it. Okay. Destructive heresies, even denying the sovereign Lord who bought them. Okay. And let's go to Quran, Surah chapter 112, and verse 3. It says, He begets not, nor is he begotten. Okay. But it says, say he, Allah, is one. Allah is he on whom depend all. He begets, but not begotten. Okay. So that right there is a part of a heresy doctrine, because the Mosai who sent Mosai Ahaya, he sent his only begotten son to this earth to die on the cross for our sins. Okay. Let's go to Quran chapter 4. The Quran chapter 4. And we're going to go to 157. Quran 4. If I have it, let me see. Yeah, this one, yeah, I still got it, yeah. Quran chapter 4, verse 157. Okay, and it says right here, in Surah chapter 4, verses 157, it says, and for the saying, we have killed the Messiah. What? We have killed the Messiah. It says, this is in Surah, this is in your Quran, right? I'm just speaking about the heresies that this book promotes. Okay, it says in Surah chapter 4, verses 157, it says, "And for the saying, we have killed the Messiah, Jesus, son of Mary, the messenger of Allah, and they killed him not, nor did they cause his death on the cross, but he," okay, but he was made to appear to them as such. And certainly those who defer, they are in doubt about it. They have no knowledge about it, but only follow a conjecture, and they killed him not for certain. Okay? It says it right here in 57. You see that? Destructive heresies. Let's go Quran chapter 3. Quran chapter 3, and we're going to look at verse 54. Verse 54. All right. We're in Quran, Surah chapter 3, verses 54, and it says, "And the Jews planned, and Allah also planned, and Allah is the best planners." How are they the best planners? What does Revelation 12 and 9 say? Let's go look at that one real quick. Revelation 12 and 9. Revelation 12 and 9. What does that one say? And it says Revelation 12 and 9. It says, "And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him." Okay. So again, this is where it says that Allah is a deceiver. Okay. So again, it says in Surah chapter 3, verses 54, it says the Jews planned, and Allah also planned, and Allah is the best of planners. Basically, the best of deceivers. Okay. So Allah is basically saying that Allah is the best of deceivers. Okay. Let's go to Surah chapter 19. Surah 19, chapter 19. Surah 19 and verses 28 to 30. Okay. It says Surah 19, 28 through 30. We're just gathering notes right now, okay? And this is the study that was given. Okay, we're just going off of it right now. It says, Surah chapter 19, verses 28 to 30, and it says, "O sister of Aaron, thy father was not a wicked man, nor was thy mother an unchaste woman. But she pointed to him. They said, how should we speak to who is a child in a cradle? And he said, I am indeed a servant of Allah. He has given me the book and made me a prophet." How did he make let me see, hold on. Okay, this is speaking about might be Moses, or might be one of them. Okay, so I read it again. It says, "Oh, sister of Aaron." So I think it might have been Moses. Okay, "Oh, sister of Aaron, thy father was not a wicked man, nor was thy mother an unchaste woman." But she pointed out to him. They said, how should we speak to one who is a child in the cradle? Okay. So a lot of people like to say that this right here was Muhammad, but it's not. Okay. And we're in your Quran. Okay. We're in your Quran, and we're in Surah chapter 19, verses 29. Okay. This is not speaking about Muhammad. All right. But she pointed out to him, they said, how should we speak to who is a child in the cradle? That's Moses. Okay. But let's keep going to verse 33. But let's see who's speaking about verse 33 too. Okay, maybe it's a foreshadow. Okay. It says, and peace on me the day I was born, and the day I die, and the day I am raised to life. Where did Muhammad get raised to life? Nah. Okay. 34 explains who it is. Such is Jesus, son of Mary, a statement of truth about which they dispute. Okay. So a lot of people, Muslim type people, right, or Muslim background people, if they take it to Surah chapter 19, verses 28 or 29 or 28 through 30, okay, they're gonna say, oh no, that's Muhammad. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay. Bring swift destruction on themselves. Okay. Let's go Surah chapter 69. Okay. Surah chapter 69. Oh, there's that thing I needed. Cool. I know what's close by. That's amazing. Most of that led me for my next study. That's what I was looking for the whole time. Okay. So we're going to continue where we're at, though. You hear me? We're going to Surah chapter 69. Chapter 69. Surah chapter 69, we want to go to. We can get to it. Okay, there we go. 69, 44 to 46. Okay. 44, we're in Surah chapter 69, and we're going to read verses 44 to 46. We're just speaking about those that bring swift destructions on themselves. Speaking about, for instance, that guy that this out of nowhere just popped out of nowhere in Boulder, Colorado, so-called terrorist attack on anti-Semitism hate, right? So these types of dudes, their act and what they believe and what they're putting their faith in, all right? But it says right here in Surah chapter 69, verses 44 to 46, right? It says, and if he had fabricated against us certain sayings, we would certainly have seized him by the right hand, then cut off his heart's vein. See that? This is what they would say if these people would do this type of stuff, right? And if he had fabricated against us certain sayings. So basically saying, you're making up a story. Okay, if this guy was making up a story, we would handle him ourselves. You see, this book is so it contradicts itself so many times. Okay? But yet so many people out there, they put their faith in this book. Okay? Let me see if I can get this other one for you. If I could. I have to spell it. I have to put it on the site, actually. See if I can put it on here. Let me see. It's honey. Book 44 and 28. Okay. Give me a sec, family. Just trying to get this on here real quick. Okay. We're going to go to this right here. We're going to go to, see if I can pronounce it. We're going to go to Sahih al-Bukhari 44 and 28. Okay? Sahih al-Bukhari 44 and 28. All right? We're going to go right here. Okay? We're going to go right there. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. And it says, the prophet and his alignment in which he died used to say, "Oh, Aisha, I still feel the pain caused by the food I ate at Kabar, and at this time I feel as my utera is being cut from that poison." You see, he bring this swift destruction on himself right here. This dude, okay? So this is speaking about so-called Muhammad, but he's not a prophet. You hear me? He's not the prophet. It says the prophet in his alignment, which he died, used to say, "Oh, Aisha, Aisha, this is one of his wives, and this woman right here, I don't know, she probably wasn't a woman yet, but she was. Some say that she was either 9 or 12, or between 12 or 13 years old, right? That Muhammad was like in his 50s, dating a little girl like about 9, between the ages of 9 and 13 years old. Okay, so what we would call it is the child rape, right? We would call that today child rape, but they allowed this to happen back in this time period, right? But it says, the prophet in his alignment, which he died, used to say, "Oh, Aisha, I still feel the pain caused by the food I ate at Kabar, and at this time I feel as my utera is being cut out from that poison." Okay? So we're just basically showing you that that book, the Quran, is not a good foundational book, okay? Let me see, there's another one. Many will follow their depraved conduct and will bring the way of truth in disrepute. Let me see. Let me see that one. 65. Quran 65 and 4. And 4. And it says, and those of your women who despair the menstruation, if you have a doubt, their prescribed time is 3 months, and of those 2 who have not had their courses, and the pregnant woman who have prescribed time is that they lay down their burden, and whoever keeps this duty to Allah, he makes this his affair easy for him. So it basically is like a sacrifice type thing. But it says very many will follow their depraved conduct, and evil bring the way of truth to disrepute. Okay, let's go to 23 now. 23 and 6. So Surah 23 and verse 6. It says, except in the presence of their mates or those whom their right hands possess, for surely are not blamable. Okay? It says again, I'll read it to you again. It says, except in the presence of their mates or those whom their right hands possess, for such surely are not blamable. All right? So I guess it says that they're not blamable. Let's go to Quran chapter 4. Chapter 4, and we're going to look at, where are we at? 4 and 24. Surah chapter 4, verses 24, and it reads, "And all married women except those whom your right hand possesses are forbidden. This is Allah's ordinance to you, and lawful for you are all women besides those, provided that you seek them with your property, taking them in marriage, not committing fornication. Then as those whom you profit by the marrying, give them their dowries as appointed, and there is no blame on you but about what your mutually agreed after was appointed of dowry. Surely Allah is ever knowing, wise." Verse 25. Hold on 1 second, family. Give me a second. All right, we're back. Okay. But as it says right here again, move to verse 25 now, okay? Actually, I'll read verse 24 again to you. We're in Surah chapter 4, verse 24 and 25. Actually, we'll go to verse 25 too. Okay. It says, "And all married women except those whom your right hand possesses are forbidden. Thus is Allah's ordinance to you, and lawful for you are all women besides those, provided that you seek them with your property, taking them in marriage, not committing fornication. Then as to those whom you profit by marrying, give them their dowries as appointed, and there is no blame on you about what you agreed after what is appointed of the dowry. Surely Allah is ever knowing, wise." Yeah, not really. Verse 25, "And whoever among you cannot afford to marry free believing women, let him marry such your believing maidens as your right hand possesses, and Allah knows best your faith. You are sprung the one from the other, so marry them with the permissions of their masters, and give them their dowries justly, they being chaste, not fornicating, nor receiving plumbers. Then if they are guilty of adultery, then they are taken in marriage. They shall suffer half the punishment for free married women. And this is from among you who fears falling into evil. And that you abstain is better for you, and Allah is forgiving, merciful." See how this book is just weird. Okay, you can just go to the Torah and in your Bible, it gives you strict orders on how you can do this. Okay, but we're just showing you, if your faith is in this book, you're still sinning. You hear me? You're still sinning. Let me see. This is a good one too. It says, "In their greed, these teachers will exploit you with fabricated stories." They'll make something up and make it seem like it's believable. Okay? They'll make something up and they'll make it believable. So we'll go to Surah chapter 2, verses 217. It says, "They ask thee about fighting the sacred month, saying, fighting in it is grave offense and hindering men from Allah's way and denying Him in the sacred mosque and turning its people out of it. Still graver with Allah, and persecution is graver than slaughter. What? Persecution is graver than slaughter, and they will not cease fighting you until they turn you back from your religion. You see that? This is what they promote. It says, and they will not cease fighting you until they turn you back from your religion. If they can, and whoever of you turns back from his religion, then thou well an unbeliever. These it is whom works go for nothing in this world, and hereafter are they companions of the fire, and they will abide. So it's basically saying, if you don't go out there and fight certain people to come to basically convert them to Islam, then those people those people die, they're whatever they're trying to do is in vain. You see that? This is why so many people who choose this book as their foundational belief are just people, just mad people. They got mad disease. Okay? They're just mad all the damn time. Okay? Let's keep going. Let's go to Sahih al-Bukhari 44668. You see this one. This one I want. Music family. Trying to find this this little thing for you. Let me see. It says, see, Sahih al-Bukhari 44668. Chapter 44. Okay, here we go. This is where we need to go. Okay. This is the one I want? Yep. All right. Let me share my screen with you guys. Okay. You guys see that? Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay. So this is basically saying that these are fabricated stories, okay? This is has a fabricated story that they make. Sahih al-Bukhari, volume 3, book 44, hadith number 668. All right? Excuse me. It says, my grandfather said, we were in the company of the Prophet Duhai Hulifa. The people felt hungry and captured some camels and sheep as booty. The Prophet was behind the people. They hurried and slaughtered the animals and put their meat in the pots and started cooking it. When the Prophet came, he ordered the pots to be upset, and when he distributed the animals of the booty, regarding 10 sheep as equal to one camel, one of the camels fled and the people ran after until they were exhausted. At the time, there were a few horses, and a man and his arrow and the camel. And Allah stopped the camel with it. The Prophet said, some of these animals are like wild animals. So if you lose control over these animals, treat it its way, shoot them with an arrow before distributing them among the soldiers of my grandfather said, we may meet the enemies in the future and have no knives. Can we slaughter the animals with dead reeds? The Prophet said, use whatever causes blood flow to enter. And it says, use whatever causes blood to flow, and eat the animals in the name of Allah. No, we don't do that. We don't eat animals just straight up like that. No. Okay. The Torah tells you to make sure you don't be eating animals with blood. Okay. But it says again, use whatever causes blood to flow and eat the animals if the name of Allah has been mentioned on slaughtering them. Do not slaughter them. Slaughter with teeth or fingernails, and I will tell you why. It's because teeth are bones, cannot cut properly, and fingernails are the tools used by the Ethiopians, whom we should not eliminate, where they are the infidels. Okay, so they're all over with these types of fabricated stories. Okay, they are definitely all over. Let's go to Quran chapter 6 and 25. Surah chapter 6 and 25. And it says, and of them is he who hearkens to thee, and we have cast bells over their hearts, so that they understand it not, and a deafness into the ears. And even if they see every sign, they will not believe it, and so much so that when they come to thee on to dispute with thee, those who disbelieve say, this is not but stories of the ancients. See, they come at you with fabricated stories, basically, right? You see, and this was going to be next to our other one that we're going to go to. Okay? Let me see, where are we at? Right here. Surah 1094. Surah 10 and 94. It says, but I'm going to read that to you guys again, just so you guys can get context, okay? Surah chapter 6, verse 25, it says, and of them is he who hearkens to thee, and we have cast bells over their hearts. Well, we have cast bells over their hearts, so that they understand it not, and a deafness into their ears. And even if they see every sign, like your Apocrypha, the way that we live, the Holy Bible and its accuracy, okay? If they see every sign, what happens? They will not believe in it. So much so that when they come to thee only to dispute about it, this is not but stories of the ancients. They'll say, oh, that's just a fabricated story. You see that? Now we're going to go to Surah 10 and 93. It says, but if thou art in doubt as to that which we have revealed unto thee, ask those who read the book before thee. Certainly the truth has come to thee from thy Lord. So be not thou of the doubters. Okay? So he's saying, like, if these type of people, if you trying to lead them to Christ and they don't want to listen to you, and they are in this Islam religion because they're putting their faith in, and they learn it a certain way, it was brought to them a certain way. No, that's where you go to a learned brother, okay, and then we teach him the book, okay, we teach him the book so that we could show them, okay. But look right here, there's another one. Surah chapter 10 and verses 90. Surah 10 and 90 says, and we brought the children of Israel across the sea. Then Pharaoh and his hosts followed them for oppression. What? And the Pharaoh and his hosts followed them for oppression and tyranny till when drowning overtook them, he said, this is what it's saying here. I believe that there is no God. What? No God, but he in whom the children of Israel believe, and I am of those who submit. Even the Quran testifies that there is no other God besides the children of Israel's God. Come on now. This is what you're dealing with. The house of sinners, the sinner's house is cursed. You see that? This is going to ruffle feathers of some of you people out there, but hey, the truth got to come out. Okay? The truth has got to come out. I love that. Oh, there we go. I wonder how long that was going on for. Okay. But again, family, my favorite verse inside the Quran is probably going to be this one right here. Surah chapter 10 and verse 90. And it says, and we brought the children of Israel across the sea, and then Pharaoh and his host followed them for the oppression and tyranny till drowning took over them. And he said, I believe that there is no God, but he whom the children of Israel believe, and I am of those who submit. Okay? So the Quran is not a very good foundational book. Okay? There's a few other ones we want to go to as well. Let's go to Surah chapter 8. Chapter 8 and verse 31. It says, and when our messages are recited to them, then they say, we have heard. If we wished, we could say the like of it, and it is nothing but the stories of the ancients. Okay? They're just making a bunch of stories up. Because they're in doubt. They're in doubt. We're going to go to Surah chapter 25. Surah 25. Okay, Surah chapter 25. And we're going to go to verses 4 and 5. Surah chapter 25, verses 4 through 5, and it reads, and those who disbelieve say, this is nothing but a lie, which he has forged, and other people have helped him at it. So indeed, they have brought an iniquity and falsehood. And they say, stories of the ancients, which he has got written, so they are read out to him morning and evening. Woo. Where's your foundation at? Let's go to 68. Let's go to 68. Let's see on. Is that one? Highlighted? Um, 68. We're going to read a couple more in this Quran and then we're going to go back to our Bible, okay? We're going to go to Surah chapter 68. We're going to go to Surah 68. I'm just bookmarking some things I just found on just now. Be part of the studies later on. 68, Surah 68 and 15. 68 and 15 says, when our messages are recited to him, saying, he says, story of those of yore. We're basically saying he's in doubt, basically. Surah chapter 83 and 13. Surah 83 and 13. When our messages are recited to him, he says, stories of those of yore. Just basically repeating it, okay? Beautiful rain's coming back in. Let me close this. Okay. Family, I'm just trying to help you build your faith in the Most High. All right? Just trying to help you build your faith in the Most High. You hear me? Just trying to help you build your faith in the Most High. Where we're gonna go to next? Let's go to John 3:19. John 3:19, it says, and this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than the light, because their deeds were evil. What? Their deeds were evil. Okay? Trying to go to let's go to page. Actually, let's go to Acts 26 and 18. Acts 26 and 18. Okay. Acts 26 and 18 reads, to open their eyes and turn them from darkness to light, and from the power of Satan unto God, that they may receive forgiveness of sins, inheritance among them which are sanctified as in faith that is in me. Okay. Let's go to the book of James, chapter 5, and verse 19. James 5:19. It says, brethren, if any of you do err from the truth, and one convert him, let him know which he have converted the sinner, what? Which had converted the sinner from the error of his ways, shall save his soul from death, and shall hide a multitude of sins. Okay? So that's what we're here to do. We're here to convert people back from being a sinner. Okay? We're here to help you be converted back from a sinner. Because we already know over here in John chapter 9, verse 31, God don't hear sinners. Now we know that God hears not sinners. But if a man be a worshiper of God and do his will, him he heareth. Okay? How do you hear? How do you have the Most High hear your prayers? Or what can stop it? Okay? What can stop? What can hinder your prayers? Proverbs chapter 28 and 9. He that turned away of his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be an abomination. Okay? Even his prayer shall be an abomination. They that forsake the law praise the wicked. What? They that forsake the law praise the wicked. But such as keep the law contend with them. Okay? So I can contend with a lot of people that are out there that are sinners. Okay? Let's go to let's see. Go to Jeremiah 17:5. It's time to start trusting the Most High. Okay. Jeremiah 17:5. Thus says the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man. See that? And maketh his flesh his iron, whose heart is depart from the Lord. Okay? So you gotta stop putting your trust in man. You gotta put your trust in the Most High. Alright, Psalms 118. Psalms 118 and look at verse 8. Okay. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes. All right. Psalms 146. Psalms 146. And we're going to look at verse 3. Put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help. Okay, it's not talking about the Messiah, but it's just talking about those who put their trust in like things like basically it's like you don't want to put your confidence in man, because man's always going to make you mad. Okay. Isaiah chapter 2 verses 22. Isaiah 2:22 says, Cease ye from man, whose breath is in his nostrils, for when he is he to be accounted of. Okay? So we're going to get ready to end it. All right, we're going to go to Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, in verse 13. Okay? And it says right here, Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. It says, let's hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment, and every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Okay? One last one, and we'll end it right here. Okay? Psalms chapter 1. And where are we down? It says, Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord. What his delight is in the law of the Lord. And his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bring forth his fruit in his season. His leaf shall also not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. Okay, whatever he's going to do, he's going to prosper. It says, but it says the ungodly are not so, but like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. Okay. And this is, you already know this one, right? Joshua, what is it, 24 and 15? At the very bottom of it. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Okay? As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Okay? The sinner's house is cursed, but it can be blessed if he follows the Most High. Okay? I love you guys. Have a beautiful day, and shalom.